Alright, in this problem we want to find the area and the perimeter of the trapezoid at the right. So finding area, I get A equals 1/2 the height times base 1 plus base 2, and I know that the height is 4, and I know it's the height because it's always the perpendicular distance between the two parallel sides in a trapezoid. And I know the parallel sides are my bases, so this is 13 plus. Now, one of the problems I've had with this problem is that in my book it did not give me this measurement. I hope it gave it to you, because the problem, you can't do it if you don't have this measurement. So this is 8 units. 8 equals 1/2 of 4 is 2. 13 plus 8 is 21. 2 times 21 is 42 units squared. Great. We have the area. Now the next thing that we want to do is find the perimeter. Well, I always like to write this formula out because we're taking and we're adding all the sides. So that's S1, S2, S3 plus S4. And so when I go to add the sides, 8 plus 5 plus 13 plus S4. This side I don't have, so then let me just collect like terms real quick. So we have 8 plus 5 plus 13, which is 26 units, plus S4. So now I need to find this third side. Now, a lot of times people would make an assumption here and assume that this is a isosceles triangle. I know when I did it the first time I did, and then when I checked my answers, obviously I didn't have it right, so I knew something was wrong. So we want to always check. So you want to get in the habit of checking this. So how do we check it? Well, I know this is a right triangle, and I know this is a Pythagorean triple. So if this is 5, this is 4, then this length from here to here has to be 3 units. I know from here, this is the other height, so from here to here I know this is 8 units, and so then I know this length right here, if the whole length is 13, 3 plus 8 is 11, minus 13, this has to be 2, and we know this is 4. And this is a right triangle, so I can actually figure out what that length is. So 2 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. 4 plus 16 equals c squared, and then we get 20 equals c squared. Take the square root, so then we know c is the square root of 20, and then we can further simplify it. The square root of 4 and the square root of 5 becomes 2 square root 5 equals c. So that is what our last side is, so 26 plus 2 root 5. And we know this is exact form. We can work in exact form, but for our example here, we're going to convert it. So 26 plus 2 times the square root of 5 equals roughly 30.5 units is the perimeter. All right. So now the last part of the question says, what are the area and the perimeter of the trapezoid that is similar to this one, but has been reduced by a linear scale factor of 1/3. So this shape is getting smaller, and what we learned from the lessons before is that the perimeters, the ratio of the perimeters is the same as the ratio of the scale factor. So if we know it's 1/3, I can take 1/3 of my perimeter, which was 30.5, and when you take 30.5 and you divide it by 3, you get 10.166 repeating. And so that is the perimeter of our reduced shape. And then to get the area, you have to remember that the area is related to the scale factor squared. And so the scale factor squared would be 1/9 times the area, which the area is 42. So 1/9 or 42 divided by 9 is going to be 4.66. or 4.67 units squared.